Okay, the next wee section of this lesson is reflections, and it's just like symmetry. There's a slight difference here. For reflections, you're usually told to reflect it in like the x-axis or y-axis, and I just want to make sure you remember what's what. This is the x-axis, and this is the y-axis. So if you were asked to reflect, say, this shape here in the x-axis, it would be down here. If you're asked to reflect it in the y-axis, it would come over here. Now, I want to check that you know these very special lines, because sometimes it asks you to reflect it in a particular line. So, if it asks you to reflect in the line x equals 1, you'll be reflecting across that line. That is a line x equals 1. If they asked you to reflect in the line y equals 1, it would be this line, because it's going through the y-axis at 1. So just remember those wee basic lines. Now what I want you to do is I want you to turn in your books to page 118, and it's just questions 3 and 4. And I'll just keep this video running to go over this with you. So first of all, reflect the object in the line y equals minus 2. So go down your y-axis to minus 2. That is your line y equals minus 2, and just reflect your shape over. So I would count squares. 1, 2, 1, 2. Count squares from this point. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And from this point, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6 down to your line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the far side of the line. And it says label this image H. Now, for part B, reflect it in the line x equals minus 1. So here's the x-axis, there's minus 1. So you're going through this line. Count it over. So this is 1, 2, 3 away, 1, 2, 3 away. And this one here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And you should have your shape over here. And it says label it I. Number 4, you're trying to work out how you go from A to B for part A to B. It's reflection in the line y equals 4. So it is reflection in y equals 4. That's part A. Part B, A to C. So here's A and C. See what's reflected in the x-axis? So it is a reflection in x-axis. Part C, A to D. So A to D. It's a reflection in that line, x equals 2. So it's a reflection in x equals 2. Part D is D to I. So it's reflection, and it's in that line. So y equals 5. So part D, reflection in y equals 5. Part E, we're going from D to G. So D to G. It's going to be a reflection here, and that's the line y equals minus 2. So it's reflection in y equals minus 2. F is going from G to F. So G to F, you can see it's a reflection in the x-axis. So reflection in x-axis. Okay. Part G is E to F. It's a reflection in that line there, so it's going through the x-axis at minus 3. So it's reflection in x equals minus 3. H is going from C to E. So if I just sort of count in the squares there, it's a reflection in this line going through x equals 1. So it's a reflection in x equals 1. And I, G to H, it's a reflection in that there line going through the y-axis of 4.5. So 4.5.